Cougs, get fired up for this next episode. We got 2027 commit linebacker out of Chaminade High School in Southern California, Josiah Rand. Now, I love 247 Sports, and this dude comes in graded as an 84 and a 3-star. But I'm telling you, once you watch this kid play his senior year, that's either going to go up or they're going to be wrong. Make sure to welcome Josiah to the Coug family. But first, the intro.
If you're interested in being great, you better look hard into Washington State. You want to be great? Go to Washington State, baby.
Welcome back to the Palouse Playbook. We got the man of the hour, Josiah Rand. Josiah, how we doing, my man?
I'm doing great, sir. And you? How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. We got a 2027 class already. This class is so freaking stacked. I'm so excited to, get to know you, talk to you a little bit about your journey, everything.
Yes,
speaking of which, your journey. I want to know a little bit about Josiah Rand. Getting into high school. Were you big man on campus? How did you get to commitment day from entering high school?
Yes, sir. Actually, I started at a small school. It's called Chaminade College. It's called Heritage Christian. It was very small, private. They didn't really get people out, and I didn't really know what I was doing. It was just me. I was just having fun and stuff. And I was actually like 170. I was a receiver, I wasn't thinking about playing linebacker again. I was just having fun, and that was my freshman and sophomore year. And then going to that, head coach left, a lot of staff switches and stuff like that. So once that happened, we had made an adjustment, and we had went to Chaminade College Prep. And once we seen that, that's when everything just, my head, I was to realize, because Chaminade College Prep, like the school I go to now, is very, very at a high level. It's D2 program in California. And add to this, realize this is something that I'm going to be a part of and have to get bigger and stuff like that. So once I went there, like around 170, I'll say, going into my junior year. I came in at safety, played safety, because Washington State recruited me at safety. Coach Bray recruited me at safety. So I came in at safety, started. I had, I think, 70, 60, 50 tackles. I was just coming downhill. And then once Coach Bray just seen that, me coming downhill and stuff like that, Washington State, came again and started, texting me and stuff like that. And, other schools too as well, but it was more just Washington State just keep pushing me. And now just moving to my junior year, we're just getting bigger. Right now I'm at 220 right now, 220, keep going at it. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. 220. So, right now I'm at 220. Looking forward to just coming at Washington State biggest, just coming in to push myself and coming in as everybody else, That's my main goal. I want to come in as the linebacker right next to me. That's a sophomore or a senior, I want to look exactly the same just like them. So, that was my recruiting. I was very small. I wasn't the biggest. But once I had to get on a certain program, shout out to my uncles. My uncles put me on a program where I had to just eat. To this day now, I still have to eat, and just continue this peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Wake up at 4 a.m. To this day now, get my first meal in because, that's just what it takes.
Yeah, and it sounds like good people in your corner. It sounds like you really had some good mentors, good trainers. Obviously, your uncles came in and everything. So it sounds like everybody's gearing you up for the next level. Everybody's got you going in the right direction.
Yes, sir.
And that's awesome.
I'm sorry for that as well.
No, you're good.
As well, because I had moved in with my uncles because I came from Palmdale, California. So that's where I came from, a very small town. And then I had moved up to LA area, which is, Sylmar, California area. And once I moved up there for high school, it was just, it was very shocking because, again, Palmdale is a very small area. And it was more just the people I was around that area it was in a good environment. So my uncles, told my mom to take them out here, get them under our wing. And one of them actually played football, D1 football, Idaho State. Yeah, so. So he helped me out a lot. So doing that, just start working, head down grinding, and that's, it's kind of how it went.
Yeah, well, and it's funny you mentioned Palmdale. I mean, I grew up in the era of Afro Man, and he
Oh,
always gives Palmdale a shout out. But no, it's really cool. Chaminade, I've heard nothing but great things about Chaminade. They've just pumped out player after player after player, year after year after year. So it sounds like
oh
you're
yeah,
definitely in a great program, great success for you to kind of take that next step and everything.
oh yeah, for
Kind of,
sure.
you mentioned it a little bit, but this whole, did you find Wazoo? Did Wazoo find you? How did that connection start?
It's kind of Wazoo found me around, like I would say around January. They found me. I was playing safety. I was skinny. Actually, around January, that's when our season ended, like around August. So around January, I was actually getting bigger. So they found me at the right time. So, so they pulled up to my school around, like I said, late January, and Coach Bray seen me. It was very quick. I'll say like, because I was talking to a lot of coaches, Boise State, Fresno State, a lot of Pac-12s, Big Tens, and I was just getting called out of class by a lot of coaches. Coach Bray came. It was one of the quickest altercations ever. It was just a how's it going, coach, and then I left. So I'm in my head,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, hopefully, because I heard of Washington State. I wanted, that's the school that I would like to go to. So basically, later on that day, I got a call, and Coach Bray called me and told me that he loves my film. He sees the potential in me and stuff like that. And he just gave me the offer. He threw me the offer. And that right there just told me a lot about it. It just told me a lot about, because I didn't have no film like that at linebacker. It was just more of a trust thing. And I feel like that's what Coach Bray did. And once I seen that kind of bumped it up to me wanting to go to Washington State more. But yeah, Coach Bray kind of reached out to my coach, and that's how it.
He's done just a tremendous job since even as a head coach last year, and they weren't in the most successful spot at Oregon State, but just his ability to get some of those really good players. Like even at Oregon State, they didn't have the greatest team, but man, did they have some really good players. So he had buy-in, it seems like. So that conversation, it sounds like Trent Bray knew exactly what he wanted.
Oh, yeah.
He found what he wanted, and boom, he got what he wanted.
Yes. Also, he also told me it was my length and size that helped a lot. My arms are very long and stuff. So when he's seeing that clicked his head, just this.
Well, and we've been very blessed at Wazoo with some really good safety linebacker hybrid types. Like Deion Buchanan was there when I was in college, and then we had Diane Henley, he's definitely full grown linebacker, but he's kind of in that same mindset, like 6'2", 220, 240, just a big built brick house. We've had some really good players that have come through this program and everything. And I see the ties to it and everything. And I'm serious when I said 247 is going to get it wrong if they don't bump up your stuff.
For sure.
I'm excited for your senior year and everything that you're going to be doing. Speaking of senior year, you're already committed. You've gotten probably the hardest thing out of the way. Well, maybe the hardest thing out of the way. What's the goal now? What's the next step forward? And what do you want to accomplish your senior year?
Is to kill the whole mission league. Whoever that's in front of me, I want to show Coach Bray what he's going to get. I want to show the seniors that's at Wazoo. I want to show everybody what they're going to see, because they're going to see it once I post it. And I want to, I want it for myself. I want to be the best linebacker in general, because I'm slept on. I feel like I'm slept on, especially playing safety from last year. So I have a big target on my back, and that's something I for sure got to prove this year.
Yeah. And obviously, Trent Bray probably did most of the talking. Did you happen to meet with KIRBY Moore during this process?
Yes.
What was it? What was it between Moore? What was it that kind of sold you and won you over as a Coug?
I would say when I first got there, because I committed in the spring visit, and this is during all my visits. I went to Fresno, Boise State, and during all these visits, I never talked to the head coach in his office. So when I go to my last ever visit, which is Washington State, the first thing I do is go to his office and we just talk. And I'll say, like, as a head coach role, I'll say it's very easy to talk to him. It's just, like a regular, kind of just talking to just like assistant, like a regular coach is kind of like, you don't got to hesitate. Coach Moore is kind of just like a regular human if that's how you look at it, But yeah, I feel like Coach Moore, he for sure helped me a lot. He, texts me still. He's just very easy to communicate to. It's not something you got to hesitate or something like that still. And he was just he's very, how can I say it? He was very
personable, approachable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very approachable. You know what I'm saying? And with Coach Bray, same thing with him. when I went there, I went in his office. We had a meeting. He had my film up. Actually, he put my film up, and he would compare it. He would compare my film to D1 athletes that's already in the league and stuff like that. So seeing that helped me out a lot, and that would really push me to commit. And also, this is during the spring game, so seeing everything that he was in the meeting that he was teaching me and stuff. I'm in there with all the players and during the spring game, so it was very like that actually helped me push it a lot. And seeing everything that he was teaching and seeing everything go down during the spring game was just great. Like the last minute pick, seeing that go down. Exactly, he coached that up during the meeting, so that would really pushed it. Just seeing that the coach is exactly the man of their word and of what they say.
Good. And it's, that connection with the coaches, especially when you're still trying to make some decisions, you're seeing some other places, them being personable, them showing that they care about you, the athlete, and trying to build a brand new culture, because he's a brand new coach. He still has to make his mark as a head coach and everything. Exactly. We're seeing that through the portal. We're seeing that in the 2027 class. It really feels like he is building something very special. And I get it. In the year of the transfer portal, in the year of the NIL, guys need to do what's best for them. However, if you have an opportunity to stay with a good coach that's going to take you to the next level, it seems like that's what's going to win people over them at the end of the day.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll say also it wasn't nothing like it wasn't a big NIL thing or nothing like that, because it's nothing. I don't really look forward to that. That's what people get caught up nowadays with the NIL thing. I don't really get caught up to that. I was really looking forward, to see how the coaches teach their players and stuff like that, and just seeing how even like the cornerback coach all the way to the tight ends coach, seeing how they approach their players and talk to their players, that really, helped me and making me want to go there for sure.
Yeah. It sounds like they're going to help you grow holistically, and that's what's that's what you need. You need a place that you can grow. You can kind of, get the hands-on experience, and also just have that instant or good quality feedback that's actually going to help you grow and become the better player. We talked about connections with the coaches. What about any players? Any current players on the team that have reached out during this process? Anything like that?
For sure. I would say a couple of linebackers, Deshaun Warner. One of the incoming freshmen, Lance. I would say Isaiah Hung. When I went to the spring game, that's one of the person that very caught my eyes, Isaiah Hung. I feel like, he's going to be somebody I look up to. Yeah, for sure. And I still, to this day, I hit the heart light, hit him up and stuff like that. And I'd say those are just the main players. I would say it's more on the defensive side. I know a couple of D linemen. So I keep in touch with them. More linebackers, I'll say.
Good. And it's always great to hear that these guys are reaching out and that they're stay connected and helping the next generation of Cougs kind of get the ball rolling and getting you welcome in as part of the Coug family and everything. Yes, that's what it means. I mean, Pullman. Now that you've seen Pullman, I would say
as well, because when I had committed, I committed right on the spot. All the players went up to me, all the linebackers went up to me. It was like it felt home for sure. Especially when I went in the locker room, it felt like a party. Everything was it felt home. That was somewhere comfortable I wanted to be at. For sure.
Yeah, that's. I mean, there's so many factors that go into making a decision, but when you feel at home, when you have the connections from the players, the buy-in from the players, the buy-in from the coaches, communication at a high level, I mean, that's awesome. I'm really happy that they got you coming in. Now, we talked a little bit earlier about this class and how good it is, and I think we're all adults here. We all look at 247 Sports. We all see what's going on there, and please rate me at an 84 because I'm not that. Exactly. So when you look around, and granted, I think we have more than just you. I think we have a lot of guys that might be underrated. At the end of next year, we're all going to see maybe some more 4 stars. Have you connected with anybody else in this class? Have you guys already started that communication process?
We have a big group chat, a big 27 group chat. And, we got a lot of players from Cali all the way from Seattle. So, we got a lot of guys from Washington. So we have a big bond. And every time somebody commits, we'll congratulate them, add them to the group chat and stuff like that. So I would say our bond is for sure close. And we always tap in the group chat, make sure we're doing good and stuff like that, send stuff. So I'll for sure say that is something that we make sure we have.
Perfect. And I would imagine that you're going to make out to one game this fall.
Oh, yeah, a couple, for sure.
Perfect. Yeah. Get out there, enjoy some Coug football. I know I'm going to make it out to at least one game. We're going to the Fresno State game.
That's what I want to. That's exactly what I want to go to.
Perfect. Yes, that's going to be a good game. I know that's going to be a battle. Fresno State. We got a target on our back with Fresno State. We got a target on our back with San Diego State. I know that this is going to be a fun season to watch. So, Josiah, I wanted to give you a chance to plug anything that you wanted to plug. Give a shout out to anybody you wanted to give shout out. You got the floor.
Yes, sir. First off, I want to start out by giving a shout out to my mom, giving a shout out to my mom and giving a shout out to my uncles as well for all the hard work and determination they put into me. And shout out to my coaches at Chaminade, just putting the time in, the effort and stuff like that. That's it. Yes, sir. Everybody else, that's about it.
Good. I'm glad you gave him a shout. It's good when people are in your corner. I'll tell you who else is in your corner. You didn't get to meet him tonight, but he's part of our crew. He was actually an All-American at Charleston Southern once upon a time. But this is what we go to. This is Joel. And now that's what I call defense. Yes. This is our guy, Joel. He has gotten to already watch your film, and he was super pumped. He was super bummed he couldn't be here tonight, but he wanted to tell me to tell you he is super happy that you are a Coug, and we're excited to have more conversations in the future and everything. Now, also, I wanted to give you a chance. Give a plug for your socials. Where can people find you?
Oh, yeah. You guys can find me at 11 Ways on Instagram. Josiah Rand is easy. Just type in my name, Josiah Rand, on Instagram, and as well on X.
Perfect. For Palouse Playbook, that is Josiah. I'm Gavin. And just remember, life's too short. Gas up the boys.